First thing I want to say, this movie has one of my favorite
Space
lines ever.
Invaders.
No, when he said,
This is
"Let
one of your
the
favorite lines ever, right? Is it?
no,
It's not when he talks to the father of Pac-Man, is it?
no," it's when he said,
That's
"Let
my
the
favorite line.
nurse take over." How
Let the
true
nurse
that
take
is.
over.
Let the nurse take over. That's how the MCU
I'm
started,
not.
but this is not
I'm not
MCU.
really sure, 100% sure that's ever happened. Actually, I mean, I'm
And
still sitting here.
we're going to talk about Pixels, and this is your first time watching this, right?
This is the first time I've seen Pixel. What'd you say? Your second
This
time
is
ever
my
seeing this?
second time
You
watching
see it?
this.
Did you get to see it at the theater?
I did not.
Okay. Did you
So
want to go see it at the theater? Let's ask that
I
question.
actually did want to see this in the theater because it came out 2015, but then by that time Ethan was already 3 years old, my firstborn, and I did want to see the movie because I love all those 80s arcade games. Everything they mentioned in this movie, Gattaca, Centipede, Pac-Man,
Okay.
um, Donkey Kong.
See, I remember when this was advertised, but I didn't go see it in the theater, obviously, if this
Yeah,
is
I
my
didn't
first time
either.
seeing it. But I wasn't in a hurry to go see it. I actually wasn't really interested in it. I mean, it looked cool. I thought the concept was cool, but I mean, with all the people I saw on the screen, I was just like,
It did
yeah,
have a big sale, right? Yeah.
yeah, it didn't sell to me either. I was like,
Why is that? Why do you think that is? Is it because Adam Sandler or something else?
Adam Sandler. I mean, I like normally like Adam Sandler movies, but I'm not the one to rush out to see Adam Sandler. And the thing is, Adam Sandler is usually his movies are kind of hit and miss.
And it's so weird. You know what? Even though Adam Sandler was in this movie, it doesn't have the Adam Sandler elements in this movie.
Oh
Have
no,
you
this
noticed that?
and I know I'll go ahead and say I like this movie. I enjoyed
I
it.
did too. So
It
the
was
first
it was
time I
actually,
saw it,
I was
right?
surprised that I liked it. I kind of well, I thought I'd be okay,
I
but I didn't
liked
think,
it more
oh,
than I
I'd
thought
come
I
out of it.
did the
Yeah, I liked
second
it more
time
now.
around.
Oh, did you? Okay. Well,
I
I come
did.
out of it a lot more happy. Yeah, I thought, well, this is a decent. I'd watch it again.
So I did watch it again. Like I
Plus,
watched it twice this
but
week.
like you're saying though, you said it's not very Adam Sandler. It's a Chris
Chris
Columbus film,
Columbus movie. Yes.
which we've only reviewed one other of his movies on here.
Which one was that? Hold on, let me take
Well,
a look. Cause no, the other guy that did the Home Alone, is it Chris Columbus?
yes, he did Home Alone.
Yeah, he did Home
Yeah, that's what
Alone.
he's most famous for. Is two Home Alone movies.
So, but we never did Home Alone here. Oh, we did.
No, we've never done Home
Actually, we
Alone.
did two. We did Gremlins and the Goonies.
Christopher Columbus did
Oh, I'm sorry.
Goonies.
No, hold on. He
He didn't do
wrote them.
Goonies or Gremlins.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're talking about directed though, right?
directed. He directed
Oh
one of
yeah.
the one other movie
We Bicentennial Man. That's right.
Bicentennial,
Yes.
which is okay. I mean, this is way better than Bicentennial Man, to be honest with you.
This is way
I
better
mean,
than
this is not.
Bicentennial
Let's
Man.
put it this way: it doesn't have the soul of Bicentennial Man or the. Or, I mean, there's Bicentennial Man's a good movie, and it has a lot to say about humanity. This one, just a fun movie to watch.
Yeah, you know
This
what? I
is
don't know why it
this
did
is
so
not
bad.
well, because a lot of people probably like me thinking that's not going to be that good.
Okay, good. So I'm so glad. Did you watch that short film this was based on?
Yeah, the one you showed. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw
So
that.
this was based on a short film.
That wouldn't have got me to the theater either, though.
No,
The
it
short
wouldn't.
film.
I mean, like, it got me interested to see what, like, hey, wouldn't it be cool to see what
Yeah.
happens? And this is what this movie was. Hey, since you
Well,
did the short film, let's see what happens if this is a real thing.
I think it must be the time it came out because like the trailer wasn't very. Oh, this is blows me away. Especially the way the Pac-Man looked. I mean, after watching the movie and seeing the Pac-Man in the movie, it's awesome. But
Yeah.
from the trailer, it
Yeah,
wasn't.
it don't look. I did like how they did the pixels in 3D, like how in the real
Yeah.
world
Well,
3D.
in the movie, yeah, the movie actually, once you get into it, the movies makes sense and everything works.
Mm-hmm.
But from the trailer, nothing really worked for me. I was like, what?
Well, did you watch the
This
trailer
is
recently? I haven't watched the trailer recently. I
no. I
just.
watched it way back then. That's why I
Oh,
just
okay.
kind of,
I do
kind of.
remember the trailer, but I
And
don't
me and you
remember.
were going to do this
Go ahead and
movie
see it.
before. Yeah, me and
Yes.
you were going to do this movie before, and we just kind of shelved
So
it. And I
there's
was like,
something.
okay, probably
So,
best.
so there's something I want to point out on
But it
this
turned out.
movie. For Pixels, right? It came out in 2015. These arcade machines I have in the back, arcade one up, didn't come out until 2018. And I feel like this movie came out ahead of its time. If this movie would have came out at the same year as the arcade one ups come out, like or maybe 2019, I think this would have been a bigger movie.
Maybe.
Because the first wave of these arcade one ups, right? It was like Pac-Man, Gattaca, Asteroids. I never played
Yeah.
Asteroids.
Well, this movie may have had a lot of. Oh, you have it? I
Centipede.
loved
No,
Asteroids.
but
This
Centipede.
here's the funny thing. Most of all the games in here I played on Atari.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I wasn't. Well, I didn't really have. I didn't have an arcade cabinet. I didn't have, like I said, most of the
It was
arcade.
hard
I
to
didn't
find
play that many arcades.
because it
And
was
if I
hard for you to
did,
find one. Yeah.
if I did, most of the arcades I only had like maybe. Well, they weren't even arcades. It usually was at a restaurant or
Did
something.
you ever say on last show on the Wizard what was your first arcade game? Do you
Oh, I
remember your
wouldn't
first
remember.
arcade
I
game?
wouldn't know. I don't. I don't
Oh,
remember my
okay.
first car. If I most likely if I went into an arcade, I really actually think the first arcade game I ever played is Dig Dug.
Dick is a
I
good
think
one.
it is only because I think it was because I remember it was always there was a
What?
Taco Bueno in San Angelo
Mm-hmm.
that had maybe one, two arcade games in a. It had like a little arcade room, which was actually this little like a little closet you go in and you'd stand there and play a few games. It's kind of where you could sit and eat, and I think
Oh,
that's where I played it.
I still.
Because when I went to arcade, I can't remember the first arcade I went in probably was San Angelo. It's one of those. Actually, well, they used to have a pizza place that had some arcade too. You
Oh
play
yeah,
games, but yeah, I can't remember my first arcade game. I kind of think it's Dig Dug.
it's Double Dragon for me. I
Oh,
definitely
really?
remember that. Yeah,
I can't. I don't think I've ever played Double Dragon.
yeah,
I don't even know I've seen that arcade Double Dragon.
yeah.
Yes, I have. I've seen it, but I never. I don't know. I played it.
I don't think I seen Pac-Man until later I got to the States, but
Pac-Man.
definitely.
Well, most of the stuff I saw was on Atari. Like first time I saw Space Invaders. Actually,
Oh,
my aunts and uncles were playing it at my grandma's house on Atari.
Gattaca is one of my favorite ones from the
See,
80s, like from that era.
Gattaga's one I didn't really ever play.
Really?
I mean, I was in Frogger. I played
Oh,
Frogger, but
Frogger
Frogger
is
was on
great.
Atari too. Frogger was a big deal.
Well, Frogger was on, I see that on Commodore 64 too, because my cousin had it in New York,
Yeah, we had a
so
Commodore
I play that.
64. Well, my grandma had a Commodore 64.
That's
What
awesome,
was that?
man.
Kung Fu
Kung
on
Fu, I was on
arcade.
Nintendo. Oh, Kung Fu's
Russian
on Nintendo.
Attack, which was named several different games depending on what system you played it on. But yeah, I remember Frogger, and of course Batman. I played a lot of Pac-Man,
Yeah, I did play
Dig
Pac-Man
Dug,
too.
Joust.
I played Dig Dug recently. Well,
Oh
recently,
yeah,
the last time I went to that free play up in Denton, I played it. Even though the monitor was not the best in shape, right? I
yeah.
still play the heck out of it. It's just so fun.
Oh,
I
I
don't know
love
what
Dig
it
Dug.
is.
Like I
Yeah,
said,
I love Dig
I
Dug.
have the tiny little arcade.
Yeah, you
I
showed me
mean,
last time. I love
yeah.
I love these things.
Oh,
I
I like.
so
Dude, these are the only ones I got though. I didn't
I
get, and I never played Donkey Kong until maybe last year or 2 years ago.
on what platform?
Oh, Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I never, for some reason, never played it. But again, also never played that what was that, Burger Tapper
Burger
and
Time.
Burger Time? Yeah,
I
Burger
never
Time
played
and
Tapper.
Tapper. Oh,
Burger
I
Time
played
I like.
Tapper.
Because
Yeah, I
Burger
played
Time is the
Tapper
strategy game,
recently.
So I
Yeah,
really like that.
yeah, Burger Time I played recently.
So on this premise, right, I did like how everything was set up. I wish a lot more people would have seen this movie. Because I forgot one of the things I love, right, from the first time and when I watched it the second time, is that NASCAR uniform, the Arcades. I wanted one so bad. I remember the first time I saw, I wanted one, but then, because that one-up symbol is kind of like the arcade one-up symbol. So I figured,
Oh,
maybe because after this movie came out, and their company, I forgot, it's called Game Masters or something, right? They probably got the rights because it's probably cheap to get those rights, unless they started with the arcade license that they can get. That's why they got it. A long time ago, I think I bought Asteroids on Arcade One Up. I just never set it up. It was still in the box, and I just sold it, even because I got it
oh,
cheap. Yeah. Pac-Man, I would have. Oh, Pac-Man, I have one of those little ones, not that small one you have. A little
yeah.
bit bigger. It's almost like probably like a 15-inch, probably, or if not a little bit bigger. That is really fun. But then that arcade, the Pac-Man one, has multiple games on it. It has Dick Dug. It does not have
Oh,
Galaga because someone gave it away in my neighborhood because the
Centipede.
I don't think it has Centipede.
It is funny. There is like a few core games that everybody
That
plays and will
knows,
go
right?
back to. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Gattaca. Everybody does Gattaca. Everybody's Centipede. Pac-Man. But the
Space
Pac-Man was the
Invaders.
biggest. Yeah, Space. Well, I don't know that I see that
You
many
know,
people with Space Invaders
Pac-Man
anymore.
is still the number one collecting coins or records or something like. It's the game that collects the most quarters.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a simple game. It's a fun game. The funny thing is, I don't know if you did you there was a cartoon for Pac-Man.
No.
There was a
Wait,
Saturday morning cartoon.
there was
Yes,
a
there was.
cartoon just based on the Pac-Man video
Yep, the
game.
whole family. No, it was just it was Pac-Man. Yeah, I can't remember what the cartoon was. It had Pac-Man, Mrs. Pac-Man, and his kids, and of course it had the ghost on it and everything. It was a TV. It was a cartoon. It wasn't in the game. It was like he lived on the
Hold
regular
on.
world. It was a
Pac-Man
cartoon though.
Let me see when this came out. Oh my gosh! I just typed in Pac-Man
Yeah,
cartoon
there was a
in
serial.
1982.
Oh, was it 82? I thought it was later on.
It came
that I saw
out
that.
in
Yeah,
82,
when I was a kid, all my days ran.
but
together.
only 44 episodes.
Yeah, well, you
There
get up
is a
Saturday
whole
mornings.
family.
Yeah, you
What
get up
the
there Saturday
heck?
mornings to watch cartoons. There was a Nintendo cartoon. It's Salmon Belmont, Zelda. Was it?
Oh, I think
Link?
I know that one. Hold on, a
What
Nintendo
was it?
cartoon. Let me look that up.
Yeah,
real
what was
quick.
it called? Because I remember Salmon Belmont. I did not like the Salmon Belmont in this cartoon.
Let's see, Nintendo cartoon. Hold on, it's coming up.
Watch it because
What?
it had Salmon.
It's not the Captain N, right? The Game Master.
Maybe it was. I think that was it. I think that came out the same year. That's when I was watching the. It had to if I was watching on Saturday morning.
I wonder if anybody have this. I would like to watch this because I remember this show, right? But I don't think I understand English at the time.
Yeah.
So I never really pay attention to it.
Hey, come on. Let me put this. In America, we have a cartoon for
You're right.
everything.
Simon Belmont. Yeah,
Yep.
yep. Princess Lana, Duke,
Oh, it's
Kevin
Princess
Keane,
Lana.
Kid
I
Icarus.
can't remember all the. Okay, so there's a lot of Nintendo people.
I can't believe maybe someone had this on YouTube and I could check
And
it out.
they had it for laser tag. When the laser tag game came out, they had a cartoon for laser tag. Let's put it away. If you could they had a cartoon for a kid, it turned into a hot rod.
If there's a toy, they probably make a cartoon around it.
If there could be a toy, or if they thought they would want to make a toy, they made a cartoon. There's a cartoon on everything.
That's
But yeah,
interesting.
there was a Pac-Man cartoon.
Huh. You know what? I wrote down on my notes, right? There's something that I never seen before that I probably only seen it in this movie. There's probably is, but I never pay attention to it. It's just that Kevin James plays the president, right?
Yeah.
But then they just show the scene where like president gets to hang out with his friends, and I'm thinking like that's really interesting. I never seen anything like that before.
This president really doesn't probably hang out with his friends. Most presidents probably don't have friends.
Well, even if they have friends,
Like
right,
that.
they probably didn't showcase it like this though. I mean, like they don't go to a bar or something, you know.
Yeah, they shut down a bar and he comes in. They're hanging out. Yeah, that's Adam Sandler right there.
You know,
It's Adam
yeah,
Sandler.
that's some Adam Sandler part. Like, there's some part is like Adam Sandler created, right?
I mean, this was still kind of pretty much an Adam Sandler movie.
it is,
just-
but then there's a really serious tone in this because they are
Oh, yeah.
invaded by aliens.
oh, I think it's one of the better Adam Sandler movies.
It is
really.
one of the better Adam Sandler movies at this time because it's
I mean,
not.
plus, all the characters in
Yeah.
here, as silly as they are, they're all likable.
Yes,
Like Josh Glad.
Glad is very likable.
Well, normally
He's-
I don't think I'd ever watch his stuff, but then I saw that. I was like, at first
Well,
he was a little over the top, and I was like,
but then he's not too over the top. Like he is
Yeah,
over
it's a
the
little
top, but not too over the top. He just had the characteristics, so that way you know it's like, oh, it is Lucklow.
And
Like,
what was his-
yeah,
what was his name? Fire.
Fire
Power?
Blaster. That's so
Oh,
funny
Fire-
to me.
Fire Blaster. Yeah,
The
because I
Peter
kept thinking
Dinklage
about Blaster
character.
Master.
It is so
Yeah,
great.
oh, his character's awesome too. He had some of the best lines. Because I don't want to pay any taxes. He goes, well, with your income, I don't think that's going to be a problem.
I know. I never heard of a comment like I think with the U.S. government could go over, like be okay
Yeah,
with not getting your
but
income.
the best line in the movie is when he meets the creator of
Or
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man,
I
which
like
is
it when he
played
goes
by a
to-
different actor, by the way.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
the creator of Pac-Man is in this movie.
Yeah, but he's not. He didn't play that
Yeah.
guy yet. It's just
But he did not
different.
play that guy because he can't speak English. But I like it.
Yeah.
He goes, I made your game my bitch.
Yeah, like what is
and
this? What's this?
he's like standing there like, what? What did he say? Oh, he had a
And
lot
then
of
like
good
somebody
lines.
kill this ridiculous bitch. You know, I love the Pac-Man ghost names because it was like Blanky, Pinky, and Inky, right?
Well,
And
you
then there's Clyde.
knew their names, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Because it showed
I thought
on
it
the
was cool.
game a long time ago,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, it did. Well, I think it wasn't. I don't think it was the first game though.
I don't think it's the
Pac-Man
first game.
game.
I think it was
I think it
after when
came
Miss
along,
Pac-Man
yeah.
came, like after
I
it
think
came
so.
out.
Eventually, they gave them names. Yeah, but
I
all
mean, like-
all those cars.
I think the first time they didn't have names, right? They put like how they move. Like one's called Speedy, Bashful, Pokey, and Shadow.
Oh, really?
But then they put him
Wow.
Blanky, Pinky,
Remember
Inky, and Clyde. And I always remember Clyde is the orange one. It's like, it is so weird. It reminded me of the scene from Dodgeball. Blaze, tase, laser, blazer. Like, what the...
Gotta have a name of
And the
rhymes.
last one is like a different name.
George.
And George.
George.
Yeah, I always like Pac-Man because like I remember when I read a
Like,
lot about
because
stuff.
it was just so simple.
It's not only simple, right? It's one of the only games from back then. It doesn't have an antagonist.
But I think it may
There's
be
no
the first.
violence.
I think
It's
it's
just
the first
eating.
Atari game I ever played.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because
I
you
think
just
that, I
eat
think
these
Pac-Man would be
pellets.
the.
You know. That's
Yeah,
no...
well, you got to. Well, it is strategy because you want to make sure you're in a certain area of the deal
Yep.
when the ghosts come because if you're not in the right spot, you can't get that power pellet. And
And
you're
all
going
the
you're a
ghosts
goner.
have different patterns. That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's a neat game, especially since you go down to the middle of the screen, go off, and come up the other side. Which is
Yeah.
when you're young and you never played video games, it's like this is amazing.
Yeah, it is. Pac-Man is so
Like,
fun.
you're sitting there thinking, man, Pong is so stupid.
Has Pong ever a one-player game? Because I never played.
Pong could be a one-player game, or a two-player game. Well, it depends on what system you got it on.
Well, I thought two-player should always be by default. You know.
I'm pretty sure you could play it, but one player, and you could bounce it off the
And
wall,
you know
or
what's
the
one?
computer took over.
You know what's really crazy that we didn't touch on the Wizard that we should have back then in Nintendo? Having a two-player game was a big deal back then. A two-player simultaneous game is a big deal back then.
Yeah, that one. I guess it was somewhat
Because a lot of games
I
was
mean,
like you had to take turns.
I guess yes, you're right. Yeah, because that's the same problem I have. If you're trying to find a game where you can play, it goes, oh, you play one, you do all your stuff, and it shows up. Yeah, there was a lot of games on which two-player would have been an option. I mean, there isn't. You're right. Now that you say that, as Nintendo games, there's not too many that. Well, like you say, you go to your friend's house, you want to play a game. You don't want to sit there and watch him play and then
And
you
you had to
play.
wait your turn, yeah.
No, yeah, like Jackal, two people on the same time.
Yeah, Contra.
Was it Iron? Oh, Contra was the best game. I remember
Because-
when that came out. Everybody was playing it. Man, you
I
can
think it's
still
because
never
it's
say everybody's
probably
talking about it. Everybody's renting
It's
it.
probably the first game that let you play simultaneously at home. Because if you think about
I
it,
wonder
like
if that's true.
I don't know, but
Because
it's
the only
one
other
of
one
the
I
better
think of
known ones.
is Blades of Steel.
Yeah, but that came out later though.
Did that come out later? Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know.
It's by
I
the
don't
same
know.
company. Yeah,
But I
it's by
think
the same
Contra
company.
is probably the first one that a lot of people
first
know
one
of, like you said.
Probably the biggest one. Because I think it's how easy it was to win it. Because I almost think Jackal was older.
Oh, I don't know.
Because the graphics weren't that good. But I remember you used to drive around
Neither
two
one was that
Jeeps.
good. But you
What
know,
are you talking about?
I was gonna
Contra
say
awesome.
when
Contra's
you bought the
still awesome.
Nintendo, right? It came with two controllers, but then it came with a game
Yeah.
that you can only play one at a time, so you didn't really technically need two controllers.
Yeah, I think if Mario Brothers was two people on the same screen. But
Yeah.
the problem is, you would have held you back every time. You couldn't just run ahead.
No, you cannot. Oh, you need to play the new ones. It didn't start on the Wii. You could play full-player Super Mario Brothers. It is insane, and they're like the first time I played it, I'm thinking like, man, if you could have done this in original Super Mario Brothers, this would have been awesome. Yeah, they did it really great though. However, they did the full players thing. So did you like the premise, right? How like it makes sense that the alien adapted. They thought it was our technology asking for like a challenge them to a battle. That was
Yeah.
really good. But
Yeah,
then
that was pretty good.
the only thing I don't like is like, hey, you can't just come to our planet, right, and do all this stuff and expect us like, oh yeah, we're ready. You know what I mean? Like you should
Yeah.
at least. I did like the video edits though. Like when they
I love
use
the
our
video
080
edits. Yeah, where they used 080 stuff. They had Madonna on there. Max Headroom.
It's the funniest when that I forgot what the actor's name. I'm like, yeah, Hall and Oates just said it. I laughed
They
so
were.
hard.
That's the sad thing.
Hall and Oates just told us that this is over. It was really good. That's not really Madonna. No, I enjoyed this movie a lot. I did like when the most Adam Sandler part in this movie was when he showed up that house to install the cable, kind of like what the Geek Squad.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
probably the whole thing. I really enjoyed his conversation with him and the kid. Like, also, you're really good at video games. So I used to be when I was your age, and I played the classics. Or you mean like Halo? And
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I'm gonna hit this kid so hard,
Oh,
he's
we
gonna
gotta
go through the wall.
think how many generations of games
Yeah,
have been
that's
out there
true
now.
too. But right now, Halo can be considered classic.
It
It's
is a
older
class.
than 20 years,
Actually, I would
man.
consider a lot of anything that came out on Xbox, even 360, a lot of classics. Because games has changed way too much from them too.
That's true. Yeah, I guess
I mean,
Gears of
yeah,
War.
think about it. All these games, yeah, Gears of War is a big
Dude, we're
classic.
making Gears of War, Shane, and it's gonna
You told
come
me
out
this.
2 days before my birthday this year. I was like,
Wow.
oh, yeah, I love Gears of War. And then, like, think about it,
Yeah,
like, well,
I
the
know.
first one came out in 2005.
Wow.
It has been so long. 2000 is
I
around that
remember.
time.
I remember Gears of War because you was like, yeah, come over here and help me play
Oh,
Gears of War.
I
And I was
love
like,
that
okay.
game. Yeah, I love it so much. I had that prop from the game.
Yeah, that's actually an actually awesome prop.
Yeah, the Lancer. Oh, I love it. I'm never
Yeah,
getting with. That's why it's so
Gears
high
of
out of
War.
anybody's reach.
Gears
Yeah,
of War was a good game.
it was a good game. You know, I do want to talk about the physics of this game because the first one, what is
Uh,
it? It was
Gears of
Space
War or
Invade.
this
No, no, no.
movie?
In this movie, the
Okay.
first challenge that the aliens brought upon it was
Well, they didn't even know it was a challenge. The first
no, they
challenge was
did, but it was
Gattaca.
Gattaca. Yes, that was
So yeah,
awesome.
they didn't even yeah, it was neat, but they didn't even have any opposition.
Yeah, they didn't because they didn't know what was going on. I did like the difference between the 82 and 86. Oh, when Adam Sandler went to the war room,
Oh yeah,
that was very Adam Sandler. Like, like okay, my grandpa. Oh my God, Gandalf and Harry Potter in the same room,
yeah.
and Zac Efron. This lady is really pretty. She remind me of well, I know who she is, the actress. I thought she was
Yeah.
Kate Beckinsale the whole time, but Beckinsale is
Oh,
more pretty and shorter. She was the wife from the Mission Impossible 3.
oh, was
She's
she?
in a lot
Okay.
of stuff, yeah.
Okay, I've never really seen her in too many things.
Like,
I don't think I've ever seen her before, but I sure did think she was Kate Beckinsale. She didn't look anything like
I
Kate
don't know. For
Beckinsale.
me, you know, I always make
They
that
actually
joke.
they're actually asked Jennifer Aniston. They say that to play that role, but she turned it down, which
Oh,
would have been
really?
awesome. Yeah, which
It would
would
have been
have. I
awesome.
mean, I like the actress that played this character too. I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but it just thought, oh, because she's been in a lot of
Shoot.
Adam Sandler movies. That's the
Well,
only reason I
Jennifer
said.
Aniston. What you talking about? This lady,
Yeah,
Maggie.
no,
Oh man,
Jennifer Aniston's been in a lot of Adam
she's
Sandler.
been 3 different Adam Sandler, but one of the sequels, like just Murder Mystery. That's a
Oh,
good one.
okay.
You know what? A lot of Adam Sandler's now when he plays serious roles, those are movies are really great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but every now and then I want his original stuff.
Well, Happy Gilmore is about to come out.
I don't really need Canteen Boy, but
But yeah, I mean, Happy Gilmore 2 is gonna come out. Yeah.
yeah.
I just rewatched Grown Ups recently because of Adam Sandler, right? So this week after I watched Pexels, I went ahead and watched Chuck and Larry. I
Oh,
forgot.
that was a
Not a
good
Pound
one.
Chuck and Larry. That is a good one. I watched
That's
it.
a good one.
That's a good one. And Grown Ups. At first I didn't like it, but now I'm at their age that they play those characters, and I'm like, holy crap,
Yeah.
this actually grew on
We,
me.
we could have been their age for a while.
Well, actually, I'm sorry. I guess you're right. I'm older than they were in Grown Ups, but like I totally feel how like a lot of people don't like the newer Adam Sandler stuff because I feel like we're stuck in the immature stage of Adam Sandler when he did Billy Madison and Happy
Yeah, I
Gilmore,
mean, I
right?
like his old movies, but I'm happy with his stuff now.
I think I want to grow
if you
with the
can't
comedy.
just keep, yeah, you can't just keep doing the same
You
material
can't.
over and over again. It's just
I think they
people get sick of it.
people
And
think
like
they
this,
want more Billy Madison, but then if you do that, it's like,
yeah, I
oh,
don't want.
it
I
taints the
like Billy.
first one.
Yeah, I don't want any more Billy Madison. I don't need any more of that.
I just need that
I'm
one.
happy with.
Do
I'm
just
happy
that
with what
one,
he's
right?
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with what he's doing now. Actually, like I said, I liked his character in this movie. I liked all the characters. Thought they were interesting.
I did too. I
mean,
didn't hate
even
one
Kevin
character.
James. What I see, it's like Kevin James is the
yeah.
president. What? And then I thought, I
It
liked
could
it.
work,
I
yeah.
mean, well,
No, when
after
the
the
part
after
where
all
he's
the other,
serious, right? Like
let's put it this
he
way.
played it
After,
really well, right? Like the
after all
part,
the other
yeah.
clowns that we've had that's been actual presidents, he does just fine.
Hey, this
I
is
mean,
just fine. This is
he
because at
does
that
it
time
just fine.
we haven't seen those people that are like, oh my god, this is president. But then you see Kevin
I
James like,
mean,
oh, it's not so bad now.
Let me put it this way: if we could just have our presidents from our generation for once, I could care less if
Yeah,
he's a moron.
yeah. Well,
I,
that's not that
I mean,
podcast for this.
so, so I'm just saying. I mean, he did a good. I mean, at first he was like, "What?" But I mean, come on, aliens invaded the Earth was Pac-Man. So
You
I
know what?
guess Kevin James as a president's a pretty good idea.
Kevin, yeah, is like I said, right? The
And I
serious
did. I like
part,
the way he played his
he
character.
did
Yeah,
hit the serious roast was fine.
he was
Kevin James
serious.
did a great job.
He was serious when he needed to be serious. I mean,
Yes,
everybody was serious when they needed to be serious.
and like I did like the part where like him and his wife, right? Like yeah, he's
Oh
in
yeah,
his
that was pretty
personal
good.
time with his wife. Like of course you're gonna act
Yeah,
like that. Who doesn't when like with
yeah,
your
no,
loved one?
and plus that's a was it Jane Kaczynski?
Yeah, Chin Kakowski. I don't know how to say her name.
Kaskowski, it's probably
And I
Kaskowski.
yeah Kakowski because she was in Dirty Rock. I love her in
Yeah,
Dirty
30
Rock.
Rock.
Uh, and what else? You know what? Oh, Brian Cox is the guy because I know him. Brian Cox is really
Oh
good.
yeah, we've had him before.
And
Yeah.
Sean Bean was in this movie. I forgot about that. I thought he was going to die.
Oh yeah, the SAS
Yeah,
colonel.
I love that part. It's like we got
What
it.
are y'all doing?
You're
We're filming a bill
Bill
commercial.
commercial.
Get
Oh,
on.
all right. Break a
Yeah,
leg.
he was a. Look
I
at
was
this.
like, why did you lie to him? But then that part, right? He's right. Like it's not fair to confuse and panic the people. That was part was really serious though. Like you
Yeah.
don't freaking go panic the people, man. What the hell is the matter
Or,
with you?
well, yeah, you can't tell people there's going to be aliens because it's
Yeah.
not really so much all of them are going to panic. You're also going to have a lot of. Remember at Independence Day when all those people were standing up on top of the skyscraper with their signs telling the
Ah,
aliens to come
yeah.
down and they love them, and they all got blasted.
That's true. That too.
That's usually that's what happens in my head every time I think of they were ever finally going to get if aliens ever visit us.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to end up with a bunch of people begging to get taken away, and
Hey,
the
I
aliens
wanna.
are like,
I don't have. Well, I want to talk about the when you say. I forgot to mention when you say all the characters are likable, right? Even Peter Dinger's character,
oh, I loved his
even though
character.
he was a jerk, right? Like
He was a jerk and
almost
a cheater.
yeah.
Turned into a cheater.
And I want to talk about the cheating thing. They probably just wrote that for the movie. I don't think you could have cheat in Pac-Man. That I know of. I haven't researched this at all.
Well, I think okay, not like he did, not have something on your glasses and stuff. But I think because he's supposed to have been based on somebody that's won a lot of games, and that person's turned out that they had an arcade cabinet that wasn't official.
Are you talking about a fistful of quarters?
Maybe
Have you seen that documentary?
I have it, but I read about. I don't know. I can't remember if I saw that one. I saw one of the ones because you had one of those. You wanted me to watch.
Billy Mitchell. Yeah, there was actually
Is that
talking
the
about
one?
Donkey
Is that
Kong.
the one?
And
Okay, yeah. Then I did watch that.
that is
That's
a
what.
great documentary.
Yeah,
The
I know.
Fistful
I
of
watched
Quarters.
the one that was on Donkey Kong. Because
Yep.
remember, that's what they played Donkey Kong. Turned out
That
he was cheating. And you
Peter
know, it's
Dinklage did remind me of him.
this thing
Though.
I like at the end because you saw him looking at his glasses when he during that deal.
Yes,
But
he
you thought
puts
it's
it
because
down.
you thought that's because he was messing with Adam Sandler's character.
Or getting
Well,
serious. Yeah.
yeah, he thought he was messing with the character that's supposed to be Adam Sandler. But the thing is, I like it when they're doing the Pac-Man deal. Remember, because he keeps jumping.
Yeah, he just jumping
Pushing.
really fast.
And it puzzled me for the longest time. I was like, why is he able to do it? No other character's doing this. And then finally, it turns out he's cheating. And I thought, that makes sense.
You know what's really cool to me about the Pac-Man scene? They did this in New York City, like Manhattan, right? And then my
Yeah.
dad, like the first time when we moved here, my dad was just like a delivery boy for like a Chinese restaurant, right? And being him, like he doesn't speak English, right? So he can't read road signs, but it was so easy for him to navigate Manhattan because it's designed like a grid. And when I
Yeah.
first saw this, like, dude, this is perfect for Pac-Man because like it's not perfectly like a grid, right? But it's kind of like how Pac-Man is, how you like you
Yeah.
can't go down all the turn left or right, and I loved it. And then the Mini Cooper thing, I thought was a pretty cool touch.
Oh, I thought that was awesome. Those cars.
I just didn't think like, well, how did they make that already? They knew it was, well, they probably knew it was Pac-Man because the aliens told them beforehand this is what we're gonna play.
Remember,
So
because
that was
they
pretty
got to a
cool.
point where they always tell them every game.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I did like the ghost effect. I did love the text 10-second rule where he used that as a strategy
Yeah,
because
that was cool.
that was
Just
cool.
he counted down. You remember the countdown?
Yep.
I mean, I forgot that. I mean, I knew it after he
Oh.
started going because everybody else was like trying to figure out what it was doing. And anybody that's played the game already knows.
Yes.
He's trying to beat the Pat limp.
Yep.
Yeah, and then he becomes a hero again.
Yes, that was really good. I thought Peter Dinger's character was going to do the hat trick fly
Oh.
blaster, but then he got knocked out. Yeah, and then that's why I had to do the countdown. That was pretty cool. I
Yeah,
did like the Gattaca, like I said before in the War Room, the 82 and the 86 version, because I like how they point out because that was a glitch for someone found, right? So they had to recall all those machines just to put out
yeah.
the new one. So like
That's something I want to know.
yeah, I
Hey, it
I
had
thought that was
Cubert.
really good.
Had Cubert in it too.
So it's so funny. Kilbert is in flipping everything, right? Like in Wreck It Ralph. It feels
Cubert.
like
There was a cartoon for Cubert, dude.
what?
Yes, Cubert was a big
You
deal.
know what? It feels like
Cubert
American
was
likes to
such a big
market
deal.
this stuff.
I think we even had. I think there was a little tiny handheld with Cubert too.
So you maybe because now I understand why the connection is. So a lot of people probably like Cubert from the
Oh,
'80s.
Cubert was big deal. He was like the Gremlins, man.
Wow, I didn't know
I
about
mean,
that.
they had stuffed little Cubert dolls, and everybody was Cubert. It was everywhere. He was on everything. I mean, he was like the Rubik's Cube, dude, because
Well,
it
my
came out around the
cousin
same
liked
time.
Cubert, the game too, because like I can
I
never
never,
get used to
I
the
never played
control.
it. I never played it. I didn't even have to play Cubert. See, the thing,
Oh,
that's the
it's a
funny thing. Is,
puzzle
see, I
game.
know, I know about Cubert, but I never played the game. I know it because I saw all the toys. I saw the toys, cartoons, and all that stuff. I mean, all this
Oh,
stuff has been marketed. I mean, we market everything, especially in the '80s. I mean, Simon Says was a big thing. Remember Simon? Did you
oh,
ever
I
see
know what
Simon
Simon
Says?
says. Yeah,
Ah,
I do know
good. I
that one.
mean,
Yeah,
all
Simon
this,
says.
everything. I mean, it's like when the Rubik's Cube. I'm making fun of that. The Rubik's Cube came out. They had one for everything. A different type of puzzle, like a puzzle snake, puzzle, all this.
Oh,
And all I want to say about that is Tetris rules,
yes. I know.
which we didn't see until the end of this game.
No, yeah. Oh, yeah. The Tetris one is pretty cool.
Yeah, what is?
I did like the Centipede when they actually trained the Navy SEAL, right? But then it makes
Oh
sense.
yeah,
Like you could train anybody to play a game, but then you can't train everyone. Like what's his name, Brenner, right? Yeah, like Sam's character. Like he understands the sequence. That's why some people are so good at certain video games. It's
yeah.
like, oh, I see the
Well,
sequence
everything,
here.
but yeah, everything was a sequence back in a lot of
Oh,
those games.
back in
But
those
it's also,
games.
but it also wasn't just a sequence. It's the way the game was made. Sometimes, I mean, it was just the computer couldn't do certain moves, couldn't do it.
Yes.
So it gave you a way to win games because, like when I played Nintendo games, I would try to if the game was too hard, I'd try to find a corner or somewhere in the screen that I know that because you
Yes,
watch
it's
where it
limitation.
shoots.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
I
limited. It
did the
can't shoot
same
in this
thing.
corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you all you do is go in that corner and just shoot it, and then run back in the corner and shoot it, run back in the corner. And there's a lot of games you could win because it can't hit that corner. But that thing that those corners lasted in a lot of games because I remember I played like Battlefield and stuff on 360.
Yeah.
There's little spots on there that the character won't go. It's like when I try to shoot people. If you go in like on a lot of military games, you go up there, you get killed. So I'd stand just at the edge of the screen. It'd take me a long time. I'd spend hours to figure out how to move the screen to where the computer character can't go. And then I just shoot them on and hope they don't respawn when I go into the main screen.
Hmm.
And a lot of times when you go to the screen, they don't respawn. So everybody's dead and you snipe everybody over. It maybe took me 5 hours, but hey, I won.
Yeah, see, no, I did the same thing. Even for like Nintendo games, like the limitation of how the pixels were. I try to find
Yeah,
things
well,
like that.
Nintendo was the worst, but I know it's still in a lot of other games.
Yeah. Oh,
There's
one
limitations of
one
where.
of the things I know on my Sean Bean scene here, I put like, what is a wiener coat? I laughed so
Uh,
hard. There's
we,
one
uh,
cinematographer
guess
thing
I
that I
could
wrote
make a pretty
too.
good guess what it is.
Yeah, I could make a good guess what it is too. But like the one of the I actually have a cinematography thing on here. When
Oh,
the
okay.
scene with the closet when she was already on the ground crying, right? And Adam Sandler opens the door and the
Yeah.
reflection of the mirror shows Adam Sandler. I love that shot. That shot was way above this whole movie because of like it's just very
Wow.
artistic where like he's in a scene, right? But they probably couldn't find a closet where they could show up, which like
Yeah.
he's looking at her. That was so good. But then everything is not as artistic as that scene right there. Was there anything that bothered you
Artistry.
in this movie?
No,
No?
no, not really.
Hmm.
No, I
I
mean,
didn't write that thing
I could
anyway.
go nitpick, but I didn't really. I mean, I sat down and watched the movie, didn't think too much it was going to be all that great, and then I enjoyed it. I got up and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
this is a good movie. I like to
This
see it
is a
again. I'd
good
even tell.
movie.
I would recommend this to a lot of people. I can't believe a lot of people didn't see it.
I would
I mean,
definitely recommend this
I'm
to people
thinking
who like those 80 games.
younger people may not like it, but I think anybody our
My
age that's
son
ever
loved
played
it.
it. Oh, did he? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Then,
My son loved it. because
then I
they
guess
played
it's
Pac-Man before and Dick
well,
Dug and
it
yeah.
would probably appeal to a wide audience. It's just I think a lot of people there are people who don't like Adam Sandler. I mean, I think
Yeah,
in this
there
one
is.
because he acts so stupid. There's a lot of people don't like
Yeah, this one is
when he
different.
acts like a little when he acts like a little child or
You know,
something.
at
Nobody likes that.
times this movie almost didn't seem like a comedy.
It seemed like a comedy to me, but it had good. It didn't have like it wasn't
Silly
like oh
comedy.
we really need we're just trying too hard. Yeah, it wasn't trying too hard for laughs.
Like you see Mr. Deeds, right? Mr. Deeds is
Yeah.
an
Oh
Adam
yeah.
Sandler comedy. Big
Yeah.
Daddy is an Adam Sandler
Big
comedy.
Daddy.
This one is not because I think you're right. The director
Well,
Chris Columbus is
I think it
different.
balanced it out. Yeah, I mean, it's got a lot of Adam Sandler stuff. His trademarks. He's a big star, and he brought along Kevin James with him and stuff. But I mean, it's only to that extent. I mean, it's directed by somebody that everybody loves. I mean, this guy
Yeah.
directed Mrs. Doubtfire,
Yes.
so this guy knows what he's doing.
No, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. I think the
And I
so
think,
far it's still dated really well, even though it was a 10 year
oh
old
yeah, I
movie. Like
think yeah,
the way the
I don't
pixels
feel
look,
like I don't feel like it's been I don't think it's like
it's
I
not
didn't feel like it was
age.
an old movie. Yeah, I don't think it was
The way
a,
that Donkey Kong looked, like this is exactly how I picture it would look if it's like in real life situation like
oh yeah,
this.
yeah,
Yeah.
because they go up in the spaceship in there in
Yeah.
the arcade. That's why it has that angle because it's single deal. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, I
that was
liked the
really good.
movie, and plus for like me and you, it's like we play those games. We're
Yeah.
looking at the screen. It's like Wreck-It Ralph. You watch Wreck-It Ralph and you're trying to see all the games that you ever played
Did you
hidden
try to
in the
see that?
game.
I see the Dick Duck characters. I don't know what the Smurf was doing there. I've never seen a
There
arcade with a
was
Smurf.
I don't remember a Smurf,
But
but I
you
mean,
did
I
see
guess
Mario as Jumpman from Donkey Kong in the background,
yeah.
and then you see a lot of Dick Duck characters. I love
What was
that
that? What was that game that
with the red
Josh
robots,
Gad?
right?
What is that?
Oh,
Yeah,
Lady
well, I was
Lisa.
going to ask him about that, but what? Yeah, what's the one with Lisa in it? But what is
Uh
the Red Robots too? Do you know what that
I
Red
don't know
Robot
the red
game?
robots are.
Okay, I didn't either. I never.
Lady Lisa. I wonder if Lazy Lisa is a game that they
What's
made
it's
up. Let
called
me look.
Deja? What is it called? Dojo Cat or something?
Let's see. Meet Lady Lisa. Is it a real person? It's a
What
bunch
was
of
the game? The game's called Dojo Cat or something. Dojo something.
Dojo Cat. What are you talking about,
Is
Lady
that?
Lisa?
Yeah, it has her in there. She's a
Oh,
character
Dojo
in.
Quest.
Is that what it's called? Dojo
Yeah,
Quest?
Dojo Quest. Let me look that up. It's probably
Okay,
something
so
I never play.
she's a character in that if it's a real game.
Oh, it is the real game. Oh,
What is it?
ah, it's
You played
the
it?
stages looks like Joust. I never played it.
Okay, well, the little ninjas are from the game,
Oh, the ninjas are from the game. Yes,
but
yeah,
I've
from
never
Dojo
played.
Quest
Like I
probably.
said, I didn't know if it was a real game or not.
Oh, it looks like a real game. Oh, there's people that
Because
speed runs. Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
well, see, that's funny. They put her in there, and I'm like, I've never seen this. It
I
must be
never seen this
another.
game. It might be because like they may not be able to get rights like that for. But then if you think
Maybe.
about it, how many '80s arcade games have characters that look like that?
Well, eventually she improved because just the make to trick Josh's character.
Yeah. I love the
Oh,
first trophy. I forgot. The first trophy they is the dog from. Oh, I hate that dog from Duck Hunt.
yeah. Was he ever in any of the games?
He was in. He was in a What is it called? A game called Smash Brothers, Super Smash Brothers from Mario.
Okay, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. Yeah,
Because
Super
Nintendo
Smash
owns
Bros.
those characters, they could put those in
Yeah,
there
well, I
easily.
remember the dog. I remember I actually liked Duck Hunt though.
I
It
like
was a
Duck
big
Hunt too.
Duck Hunt was actually. Let's see, when I got my Nintendo system, that was kind of a family game. My
It's
parents
the
would bring me
first
with.
Zapper, right, that you ever play
Yeah,
at home.
but it's like our whole family would play it. I mean, even
Yeah,
my parents would actually play that game. So
that's crazy.
it was a big deal. I mean, I don't know how accurate it was, but again, of course, everybody still loved it. I mean, I know my dad'd be like, I don't know if this is really hitting the target, but what does it care? What
It's
does it matter?
actually it hits the target because it measures the light from this TV.
Okay, well,
I looked into because I thought about the same thing, and people did studies. It's because the way that the TV was glowing in the back, and the
yeah.
guns can pick up the lights that you can't see from the
Ah,
TV screen. So it
okay.
is pretty accurate.
Yeah.
But
All
then
I
like,
know, it was fun.
oh, it is fun.
That was a fun game.
I love shooting games. Like because before in the arcade, that's the only
Uh,
way you can play them.
some shooting games I like. I mean, there were some really crummy shooting
Well,
games
like
out there
obviously a
too.
lot of people like House of the Dead, Time Crisis. and
Oh, okay.
Lethal
You're talking about
Enforcers.
more modern games. Okay.
Would they be more modern? Oh, like you
Well,
judging from back
I
then.
guess I guess I'm judging from Nintendo age.
Ooh, Nintendo Age. What would be it? What is that game that you shoot the cowboys or
Well,
the?
there was. Oh, that's Gunsmoke, but
No, not
that's not.
Gunsmoke. It's not
Oh,
Gunsmoke. I can't
I
remember
don't know
what it
which one
is
you're
right
talking
now.
about. I know there was something. There's something alley.
Hogan's
I can't
Alley.
remember all the Hogan's Alley. Yeah,
Hogan's Alley. Yes.
Hogan's Alley. Yeah.
Yes. Wow. That's not a lot of shooter games.
There is quite a. If at the arcade there
At
was.
the arcades there was because it's
Yeah,
one of the
that's
games you
the
could
funny
play.
thing. That's the funny thing with Nintendo, though. They would come up with a special device for their games, and there was hardly any games for it.
Yeah.
Like the Power Pad. There's only a few games you could actually use the Power Pad for.
And that's how
To
like
Rob the Robot,
no
maybe
no
three
the
games.
Rob the Robot, you can play with a second controller as it's basically using two controllers as one giant controller. That's what the
Yeah,
yeah. But then the track and field like the trackpad is the only reason I cannot play 100% of the library of the Nintendo.
but you
Because
gotta
like
have it no matter
yeah,
what.
because like the track
Well,
and field
I think you could. I think you could do track and field with a
you
controller. Yeah,
can,
you
but then
can.
it
You gotta
just
sit there and
basically
act like it's
yeah
your feet.
yeah,
Yeah,
but buzzing like button smashers. That's really it.
yeah. But that's the funny thing is because didn't they build like a light cannon? I think Nintendo built a light cannon, or
That's for
maybe it
Super
was somebody
Nintendo.
other company.
It's
Oh,
Super
that's a Super
Nintendo.
Nintendo.
It's
I thought
called a
they
Super
had.
Scope.
I thought there was a bazooka for any. Okay, it was.
No, you
It
hold it
had to
like a
be.
bazooka, the Super
Yeah.
Scope 6, yeah.
Well, remember they had that little thing with the
Yeah,
eye deal
it's a
too.
Super
That
Scope.
was that it.
It's the same
Okay.
thing, yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool to have
When a
one and be
pistol
like
won't.
6.
Yeah. When a pistol won't do it.
Your
I
pistol
guess.
just won't do, yep. Genesis had a good one too. They look like
It's
the
got a bazooka.
M16 or something, I can't remember. The Sega Genesis
Yeah.
had a shooting game too.
Well,
But
that's the
then,
thing. That's all you need to do is get you a little jumpsuit and play your arcade games.
hey,
I
it
like
was
it. I like it. What's that guy? Well, of course, Aliens. I guess felt sorry for Josh Glad's
Josh
character.
Glass
So,
character, right?
yeah. What was he? Wonder Kid? Was he the Wonder Kid?
Yeah, he's the Wonder Kid.
Yeah, the Wonder Kid. I guess they felt
I guess
sorry for
that
him because
bothers me.
Then Cubert turned into that Lady
Yeah,
Lisa, and then
and
of course they
that
showed their
was really
kids.
like,
They're
it's
all little
not weird.
Cuberts.
Like they were just killed with a second ago.
Yeah, I know. I love that. That's
But
kind of
that's the
weird.
only thing I don't like because like every trophy should be a standalone, right? It should be the dog from Duck Hunt, Kilbert, then Lady Lisa. You get 3 different trophies because hey,
Yeah, he should
we
have.
won 3 games. You can't just change Kilbert into something
Yeah,
else.
well, I think it was a piece. They got a peace treaty or something. So.
Oh, no.
Well,
This movie overall
I
is
don't.
really great.
Yeah, I don't think Lady Lisa was the trophy to me,
Oh,
but I guess it would be now you said because they didn't get a trophy.
yeah. It's each game they get a trophy.
But
I
yeah,
thought it was pretty
but
cool.
they didn't get a trophy. So
I thought I had my
somebody
Pac-Man back here.
maybe somebody else got their trophy. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
Because I mean,
'Cause
that grandma got the dog.
The grandma got the dog, it's like my son Ryan laughed so hard when that centipede got away, right? And then start doing the exercise with the lady because he liked the TV.
Yeah. Oh, that old lady was just, she was never
That was
saw
really
anybody.
good. They laughed really hard when he asked like, "Hey, come on, Lo, come help me." And he's like, "No, you see how I look? I look like space dim sum." Because dim sum is something that Ethan and Ryan know what it is. Because when
Yeah.
Cantonese we eat dim sum, like that was really cool. I really like the character and like I like the anxiety, how the anxiety kicked into Glass character when he talked to the Navy SEAL. First, he was so nervous.
Yeah,
right?
that was real messed up.
He was
Yeah,
like,
he just,
"How did
yeah.
I do? You did terrible."
Yeah,
that's what I
that was a
thought.
little much. Yeah, that was.
Oh.
Most guys were like, yeah.
And
this
I
guy
never
won.
heard of like whatever the female version of maggot is. Imagine. Like, is that even a real thing?
Yeah,
Like,
what character I kind of thought was dumb, and they didn't even need it. Was the robot guy? The robot guy.
Oh, the Michael guy.
Yeah, with the glass.
They didn't have him
glass
too
in
much
it.
though. They
Yeah,
just
I
have
know,
him
but I
2
was like,
scenes.
I'm like, oh, we know you're a robot.
You're
I'm like,
right that he didn't need him, but then they didn't put him
But
up there
maybe-
too much.
But maybe they wanted you to show that they could just have been anything in
Yeah.
a moment. But I'm thinking, if you could have been anything in a moment, why didn't you already have something to stop this weird?
Weird
I mean,
invasion.
let's put it this way. They're the United States of America, and they have all kinds of issues with all the countries on this planet.
Yeah.
They can't, and our technology is almost always just a little bit ahead of all these other nations. All of a sudden, we get invaded by aliens, and man, our technology, we just started inventing all kinds of stuff that could wipe out another country.
What was the game in the second game when they attacked India? Do you know what that was?
Oh,
What is that?
I forgot what that is. Was
Not
that Space
India.
Invaders? Wasn't that Space Invaders?
I don't know. It feels like the
No, because
Akanoid game, but then it looks different.
no, it wasn't Asteroids. That's
No,
what you're
not as
thinking
no
of.
Akanoid. Akanoid's the one that
Acronym.
you hit the ball with the bricks, and then you
Oh,
have that ball.
I played that on Atari. I never played.
Oh,
I
it is
wouldn't even play that.
Akanoid. I was right.
I wouldn't even. I
It
wouldn't
is
even play that. I would not
Akanoid.
put a quarter. I would not put a quarter in a machine to play that
For
game.
Akanoid?
Arachnoid, no. Well, it's got all this the rainbow cloud across it, and you got to bust through it, and then you hit all the
The
aliens above
bricks.
it.
Yeah, well, you don't
Yeah,
have to hit the aliens, but the aliens is just like it doesn't. Well, it gives you
and
points.
then it
You
opened
have to
up and they
clear all
dropped the
the
deal.
bricks. Yeah, you just have to clear all the bricks.
Oh, I'll have to go find Acronoid and
It is
play it.
Akanoid. The second,
I'm pretty sure
the North
I'll have to go
India.
play it. I'll have to play it again. I don't. I think if it's the game I'm thinking, it's like, did never really like that.
I think I like Akanoid. It's one of the fun, the games I play on the Nintendo when my cousin had it. And
Oh, it
I,
was on Nintendo.
yeah,
Yeah, I
well, it was on
remember it on
Nintendo.
Nintendo.
It was on. So one of my cousin had
Atari.
the Nintendo, right? He had obviously Super Mario Brothers, Aquanoid, 1942,
Oh well,
and
yes, 1942 is
yeah,
one of the earliest games I played on
and
Nintendo.
the Goonies. He
Yeah, I
had the
never.
it never
Oh,
released in
okay.
the U.S. So I
Oh,
played the
okay.
Goonies when I was in Hong Kong because he had it.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I never played the Goonies. Goonies 2 is it, and there wasn't a Goonies 2, so what?
Oh,
I don't
Goonies
play
2 is
that
not as
game.
good as Goonies 1 because it's like yeah. So I played that and I can't remember. There's probably more. Oh, and they had Contra.
Yeah, I read Contra. You had to play Contra.
Yeah, who doesn't have Contra? Shoot.
I mean, yeah, everybody did Contra. Up, up, down, down, left, right, A, B.
The Kalami Code. We
I
talking about
know.
Wreck-It Ralph, and they had it in Wreck-It Ralph was awesome. Uh,
The sad thing is you can't really use the Konami code, on all these games, these new games. What do you call them? Modulated games.
no.
I know. I'm sitting there thinking, this sucks.
So
I was a hack.
it's kind of like So you never played Doom, right?
I have played Doom, yeah.
So on the
I mean, I
computer.
wasn't. Yeah. Where did I play Doom? I had to play it on the computer. Pretty sure I
Okay.
played it, but
So
I wasn't like a hardcore Doom because I think I just played it at somebody's house or something. It's like, this
oh
is all
okay.
right.
So I
I mean,
love
yeah,
Doom. It's one of the
I
first.
wasn't into. Yes, I know a lot of people love Doom. I just like.
I think it's because like a lot of people like Wolfenstein, but I never played Wolfenstein
I
3D,
never
right?
played Wolfenstein
But
either.
but
I
my
wasn't
first.
into. I can't remember what I was doing when all those games came out. I think I was more into point and click games.
Oh yeah, because it was big
Miss,
for the computer back
yeah,
then
that was
too.
my deal.
But Doom, I love Doom because it's one of it's probably the first computer game I ever beaten.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and with a mouse too. I didn't get the keyboard and the mouse thing until maybe a few weeks later after I played Doom. I'm like, oh my gosh, I should have done the computer mouse combo the whole
You
time
know,
ago.
the first game I ever bought for computer. I mean, I'm not counting Commodore 64 because actually didn't ever buy any of those games. I just copied them and used them somewhere else. But the first game I actually went to the store and bought was Sentinel Worlds for DOS shell.
Whoa, I never heard of that.
Yeah, Sentinel Worlds, and I thought it was awesome. I mean,
It
and it was
probably
kind of
was.
awesome. It was kind of awesome for its time period.
Mm-hmm.
It was an awesome game because you could travel around on a planet and you could fly through space. You could do a lot of things for the computer at that time. I mean, they eventually made it better. I mean, they called Mass Effect, but this game
Uh,
was pretty awesome. But man, it was so hard. I remember for the
well,
longest time. Then one day I put it in, played it, won it.
Well, the reason I mentioned Doom, right, because we're talking about the Konami code. So in Doom, if you type in the keyboard IDKFA, right, I always remember
Yeah.
IDKFA, it gives you infinite health. Like
Oh, okay.
IDDQD give you infinity ammo. So the first time I bought the updated version of Doom, right, like Doom 3 or whatever it's called, I played it on computer because I want to do the mouse and keyboard thing, right? I type in
Yeah.
that cheat code IDKFA, right, for infinity health, and the computer tells you, oh, good memory. Because you were talking about like the up, down, down, left, right. And, like a lot of
Yeah.
people try on those codes, but then you either get something or you get nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I thought it was pretty cool. The first time Doom, like, they put their programmers put that in because they knew someone's gonna try the infinite health code, IDKFA, and it's so cool. Like like I said, like I beat Doom for the first time. I didn't use any cheat code, right? I was very reserved
Yeah.
on my health and everything. It wasn't until later I find cheat codes for it, and it's very weird at the time. Kind of like the Konami code. How did they get passed around by magazines though? But I didn't even know how I came across the Doom code. That was a time before the internet.
Oh, I think it's just hanging out at
Magazines.
school. Somebody, yeah, probably somebody saw it in the magazine because like that, the Konami code, I didn't see it. I don't think I didn't pick it up in Nintendo Power. I think it just picked it up at school. Everybody's, hey, you do this, you can do this. It's like okay, go home and
It's
do it.
probably
And then you could do it on
magazines.
everything that was Konami.
Yeah, I think you could also do it on the Ninja Turtles game because it's
Yeah,
also Konami.
I don't think you could because if you could, I would have won that game.
No, it's not the same thing. It does something, but it's not like something like a
Oh, okay.
bonus. It's just something minor. And you could do it on the Turtles 2, the arcade game. It will give you 30
Because
lives.
well, all the Castlevania are Konami. I don't think I ever did it on any Castlevania I can remember.
No, I did because we're looking for like the not infinite life, a lot of life. It's probably does something minor. It still
Hmm.
works, but it does something minor.
I wonder if it works in Blades of Steel.
I'm gonna look that up really quick. How many games uh does the
Yeah,
Konami
in Mega
code?
Man, it
Well,
makes
Mega
a
Man is not
little.
Konami
I know, I'm just making up stuff right now.
in over 100 games.
Well, the Konami didn't make
Oh, it
100
worked in
games.
Gattagus, right? Am I saying that right? That that shooting game Gattagus, like kind of like all type
I'm not, uh,
Castlevania.
so what did it do in Castlevania? Because I never used it in Castlevania.
Let me see Konami. I'm gonna take a look real quick.
It's the first Castlevania game.
Let's see up, down, left, right. History. How many games it works on? Tetris, Castlevania. Oh,
Works
hold
in
on.
Tetris. What you need in Tetris?
Oh, you can only do it once. It will give you a long bar.
Oh,
It
okay.
only not on the Nintendo version,
Oh,
but
okay.
the Tengen one. But the
Oh, okay.
Castlevania is
Well,
not.
Tengen's the one I always played though.
The,
Yeah, I
it's
love Tengen.
Castlevania on a Nintendo 64.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I wonder if they just told me like Konami code on just the Nintendo.
Well, all I got to say is they didn't use a Konami code in this movie
No, because
that we know of.
none of the
Maybe
games
Eddie
was
did,
Konami in this movie. I mean, Namco.
but we've already said that it's not at all on Konami games.
Yeah, it's not in all Konami games.
See, could have been. It could be used on Pac-Man. Konami code on Pac-Man makes Miss Pac-Man show up,
What Nintendo games
and the
have
game
you
becomes
had?
two-player.
That would be cool. Let's see. Gattagus. Nope, it's just that space shooter game. Dude, I just take me. Oh, here was who supported Konami video game list. Let me take a look.
It's funny we're talking about a movie and we're telling everybody how to play it. 20, 30-year-old games.
But then the Pac-Man is 40 years. No, 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 no.
Hey,
Oh my God, it is right. Pac-Man is over 40 years old.
we didn't have to go there. I
You
stopped at
just
30.
have to accept the truth.
I accepted the truth. I stopped at 30. Why would I keep on adding time to it?
Batman Returns on the SNES works? Huh.
Wow, yeah, I didn't want to play that many.
I just want to look at NES games. Final Fight 2 on the Super Nintendo. Gattagus, I said that already.
Yep,
And the Gattagus 2 and
yep,
Gyrus?
yep,
Gyruss?
yep.
Kid Clown, that's a stupid game. Life Force, oh, because that's Kalami too.
Yeah, I don't remember that game.
North and South.
Really?
Yeah. NBA Give and Go.
Okay, let's get back to the movie. I mean, you can read your computer anytime,
No, I'm just looking at the Kalami Go.
and,
Top
and we're
Gun
not,
2,
and we're
interesting.
not, and we're not Nintendo Power.
Yeah. We're not Nintendo
So
Power.
I mean, if you want Nintendo Power, I'm sure you can find it.
You know, talk about all the characters, right? The only character that bothered me a lot was the Admiral,
Okay.
Brian Cox's character.
Yeah, he was a little over the top. I
He
mean,
was over the top.
he was silly. Yeah, he
Not
was
even
just too
Josh
silly.
Glass' character. The Admiral was over the top.
Yeah, his character I didn't really enjoy that much because he was just too silly. His didn't actually fit in the movie.
Yeah, it's like we didn't really need this guy. I feel like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I
Teddy's raised a
needed the
grandpa.
robot more than the Admiral character.
Yeah, I mean, I get the point with the admirals trying to be like kind of a thorn in their side, but he was just sometimes some of the stuff he said was just like what
Yeah.
over too crazy. I mean, I know they wanted him to be like, oh, I'm military and I know everything. I'm the greatest military, but I'm like, really, the from the even from the military standards, I'm like, what is he doing there? And then it didn't a lot of it didn't make sense. But again,
Just to
also look at all the
advise,
Navy
I
SEALs.
guess.
I'm like, all the Navy SEALs look like they're all wrestling superstars. I'm like,
Well,
that's not what Navy SEALs look
two
like.
guys, but like yeah,
The
like
Navy
one
SEALs
guy was
couldn't.
really huge.
All those guys are so huge. I mean, they couldn't do any. I mean, they wouldn't really be that good to the
Yeah.
military. They'd be like, what are we gonna do with these guys?
I think
They're gonna be the first guys to get shot in the
my
face.
favorite cameo in this movie was Dan Aykroyd.
Oh, it was mine too. I almost
Yep.
forgot he was there. I was surprised when he showed up. When he showed up on the stage, I was like, oh my god,
Yep.
Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd.
That was so cool. When
Cause he was the fire chief. He was a captain for the Chuck and Larry movie.
Oh, I forgot he was in there
Yeah,
too. Yeah,
he was a captain. Well, the fire chief.
yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
really good. Dan
that's
Aykroyd
always
is
cool.
really cool. It's so cool
It's
to see
always
him.
cool when he shows up, especially when he does announcer jobs for so
Shoot,
cool.
it was cool when Dan Aykroyd showed up for Tommy Boy.
Yeah, well,
You know?
that was the best. That was one of his better characters too.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that character in Tommy Boy. He was almost like the best character in that movie to me.
It's only for like 2 minutes and he's in that movie, you know? Like he's the
He
a-hole
made an impression.
corporate CEO guy and then
Well,
like he played him on national TV. That was excellent. You're
well, he
right.
did.
That
Well,
is a good
he did.
scene.
He did. I mean, he that was a pretty good character.
It was a good character.
The way he talked, the accent, and everything.
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd is so good.
He
Oh.
plays. He plays
I'm
pretty
so
good.
glad you like
Amos.
this movie because like, I was interested to see what you thought of this
Oh
movie
yeah, I was
because
surprised. I was surprised I liked it because I
so many
thought
people
first.
hated it. Like I don't know if they hated it.
Oh
Maybe it
really?
just got it didn't do well in the theater
I think a lot
probably.
of people just. I think a lot of people just didn't see it.
That's probably it too. But it was 2015. I don't know why I didn't. I would have loved to see this in the theater.
Yeah. Well, maybe they'll re-release it. I don't know.
I know.
I don't think they will. But you never know. They're re-releasing a lot of films.
I mean, like we talked about video game movies. Like yours is favorites is a
Yeah.
video game
Well,
movie that's not based on a
well,
video
yeah.
game
Well, okay.
title.
Let's just put it this way. What is your favorite video game related movie?
It's probably Wreck-It Ralph. It's got to be
Yes,
Wreck-It
that's
Ralph
Wreck-It Ralph. I
because they
can't think of
did
anything
it
on top of that.
so great.
Wreck-It Ralph. Then this comes because I mean this is like Wreck-It Ralph in a way. This is showing you a lot of good games. Wreck-It Ralph was the character lived in the video game. It's just I just love Wreck-It Ralph.
But this one is like a take on aliens using our technology,
Yeah,
and they did it
but this
pretty
is
well.
but it's yeah, and it's not based on a video game really. It's just based on a premise that uses video games. That's Wreck-It Ralph though. Wreck-It Ralph had a story and it just happened to have other video games because
Around it, yeah.
because they lived in an arcade.
Yeah. You know what's really good about Pixels? Of all the challenges they have, right? Like Donkey Kong, they were Jumpman. Well, Mario was called Jumpman in this game, in Donkey Kong. Of all the games, they weren't Pac-Man. Of all the characters you control all the games, right? On the Pac-Man one, they were the ghosts.
Yeah, yeah, they're the opposite. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it pointed out. Yeah, because that is weird because they played the hero in all the games
Yep. Except for this. Except for
except for
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
Because
But how many challenges did they get?
it was
it
3
4?
challenges. So like it's just best 2 out of 3. No.
Three.
They play more games. Whoever gets you 3 victories first.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So then that's and how many did they play? Because there was Guam, there's one,
Well, the first
India
one
there was
was
two,
yeah, India was 2. India was the Anchornoid, but I don't even know how you do
and
that.
then they had to win everything else.
Yeah, they had to win 3 in a
And
row.
Pac-Man they cheated, but then they were given another chance.
That's right. It was Centipede. They beat them in Centipede, which was just the guy on the bottom shooting the snake.
Yeah.
And
So that was
and then
challenge number
Pac-Man,
3.
and then
and
Donkey
one.
Kong.
Yeah.
Technically, they tie because if they don't, I guess what bothers me, it could bother me, but I didn't look too deep into it, is like the cheating thing. With the space alien, know that they were cheating anyway. Like they didn't call that a glitch. Back then, it would have been called a glitch because like I don't even know how you put a cheat game in a Pac-Man game. You know, like it's not like you could code the
Yeah,
game the
but
board.
apparently he did something. He knew something because remember he was shooting around the screen. He
Yeah,
shouldn't.
moving so
He would get,
fast.
but that's not really a glitch. I mean, he was probably using a glitch, but use it if he
It's
was
called
initiating.
glitch in
But
Wreck-It
if you're,
Ralph.
it's called a glitch. But if you're initiating it,
Oh, then it's cheating. Yeah,
that's cheating. Yeah, he was initiating it because he kept jumping around the screen, and they knew it because I mean he was making himself from one point of the game popping
faster.
up
Yeah.
into another point of the game. So yeah, he was jumping areas, so that would be cheating.
I'm surprised. Well, they have to create a Pac-Man, so they have to create. That's why they only picked that game to cheat on, because they probably couldn't do it for another game because they're like, no, we don't like that. And Pac-Man's like, yeah, do whatever. You did catch
But I
the
mean,
creator in this movie though, but he is in this movie.
I didn't catch him,
Oh, okay.
but he is
Uh,
in it. He's a arcade repairman.
oh, the arcade repairman. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know until after I read the deal.
Yeah,
I
until I
didn't know
read
it
the
while I was
thing too.
watching it.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Like at least he
But
was in the movie.
I didn't really believe that guy that was playing the creator was the creator.
No,
So I
it's
thought,
just
eh.
an
Of
actor. Yeah, I didn't know either. But
course,
it's just an
Pac-Man
actor.
bit his arm off.
Yeah, that was the oh, that was very funny.
I'm your father. Well, that's Star Wars right there. I'm your father,
Yeah,
and he gets but this time he lost a hand.
that he lost the hand. That's very funny. I'm your father. Batman is good. I do Batman is good. Oh my god, there's some Pinocchio stuff right there. No, it's pretty cool. I guess that was still at a time where Mini Coopers were popular.
Well, I
What, you
think
don't
Mini
think so?
Coopers. Well, I think Mini Coopers are popular on and off. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
I
just,
mean, I have
I
nothing
mean,
against them. I like Mini Coopers.
it would have looked cool. I
Well,
mean,
I
on
like
that
Cars
movie,
General.
I mean, usually they do have a lot of. There's probably what the third movie they ever used Mini Coopers as a in a chase scene.
The first one is Born Identity. Was
Oh,
it
is that?
Born?
Then that's no problem. There's four. No, I
Oh,
don't remember Mini Coopers in Born. Oh, yes, there is. The
they
first
she
one
drove it
had.
down the stairs,
Yeah,
man.
he has that one. But I mean, also, what was that movie?
Italian Job.
The Italian Job. The two Italian jobs. Both Italian jobs. I'm counting
Ah.
both as separate movies.
Oh, okay.
So that's a what? One, two, three, and this would be fourth
Yeah, before.
that I know of.
Yeah, and I do like it. Like it did play a perfect ghost. It is pretty
Well,
good to have them
I
as
mean,
ghosts.
it was neat to have them in several different colors. Probably also Mini Cooper companies probably like, or BMW was like, hey, we'll give you these cars for
I like how
free.
you said that. Yeah. Oh, the
And
sponsorship for
it
Mini
fit. I
Cooper.
mean, yeah, but I mean, they look better than any other car, but they could have easily done four Camaros,
Yeah,
four
it wouldn't be as
Mustangs.
cool.
But I think they needed something that was in the cute. They
Yeah.
needed that find.
No, it worked
It's like,
really
hey,
great. Yeah,
let's find a car that's pretty quick, but it's in the cute field, and it comes in multiple colors.
yes,
Mini Cooper.
that was cool
So
though. I like how it turns your ghost the blue thing for all of them works great. That navy blue color on the Coopers looks awesome.
yeah, and plus the license plates each had the ghost name. I thought that was so
You
cool.
know, what I thought of this movie too, that I didn't think about it until first, I guess this week when I watched it. This movie, the premise is kind of like Armageddon. They have experts in the field, right? That like kind of
Oh,
you know
okay,
Armageddon,
yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
you need
You're
someone
right.
to dig, right? We can't just train these Marines within
Yeah,
like a week's time and then have them do that stuff. Just send the people
yeah.
who knows
Because like
exactly
they
what they're
said,
doing. Yeah,
we've been playing arcade, so we've been training our whole
yeah, our whole
lives.
lives. Yep, I do like that. Like 'cause sometimes that's what it takes. Like we can't
Yeah.
just train these Navy SEAL in like a couple of
Well,
hours.
it's not so much the fighting part they needed; it was the remember the patterns,
Yeah,
and they already
remember the
knew the
patterns. Yep,
patterns.
they already knew the
Yeah,
patterns. Yep.
I mean, yeah, you got to sit there and remember because like when we played Nintendo games, think how long we sat there to
Just
win a
to
game or
yep,
get on a level.
because
Yeah,
we
because we
already
sit
know.
there because you had to wait and see how many birds would fly by and time it to jump, and then you'll get knocked off the pad and
Yes,
start all over again.
and no, you never play Ninja Gaiden, right? Like the first one is
I played
probably
Ninja Gaiden,
the first one is super difficult, right?
but
S-
yeah, but like, it was
Someone
like I guess the game that
recently,
I
someone
yeah
recently beat the whole game without taking damage. Because
yeah
Ninja Gaiden is all patterns.
it's all about it's all pattern. It's mainly I mean almost everything was because like Castlevania, I remember
Yep.
Castlevania for me was all about patterns. I learned all of the patterns when something's going to come in the screen. Same thing with the number two. You had to remember what zombies if you kill it when it's going to pop back up, how
Yes.
long it is before it shows back up.
The respawn thing. Yep.
Yeah, same thing with
You
bosses.
know
Because
what?
every level you find a boss, and you gotta
Mad
know where on the
props.
screen to go
Mad props to this game. Whoever like wrote this movie knew
for
what
this
they were
movie.
doing. I feel like they wrote it too early. It probably came out around maybe
Eh,
just before Wreck-It Ralph. Maybe it done better, but definitely after the arcade one-ups came out, it would have probably done better.
maybe I don't know that maybe because like the thing is I didn't really know that the arcade one-ups was a thing
Dude,
because here
arcade one-ups
because
was
see
on the Today
you
Show.
that's the thing you were doing that, but the thing is all the arcade I never saw them at Walmart.
Oh, I think it
Never,
depends on
never,
location.
yeah, never became a big deal down there.
So
Because I remember you were telling me all about it, and I keep going to Walmart, and I'm like, nobody's doing that.
I know. I think it's just certain places, right? Because one year, like there was a Target, and then this, like recently, just a couple of years ago, you can only get them at Best Buy. I think people were getting them, so people would go into the stores. That's how that makes sense, right?
Yeah, yeah. You'd want them to come in the stores, but
Yeah, because like people were like, "Wow, people are going to Walmart for these arcade games." For guys like my age, well, back in 2018.
our age, yeah.
Cause dude, when I heard about this came okay, like this came out at $2.99. It was super affordable. Like the arcades, even today, right? If you want to buy an arcade today on 2025, at those still cost over $1,000. 800 probably the cheapest. Like a good working one, 800 is a good deal. A non-working one is at least 400. And
Yeah,
then
no,
you
they're
have to
so
do
high.
yeah, it's so high.
Yeah,
And I got
no,
this on sale on Black Friday. I got it for like $199 or $250. I told Heather like, this is on sale. I gotta buy it. Ship it to my house. I still remember we were in Nebraska at the time when I ordered it online, and when I got home, it will be there. It was one of the happiest. This is one of the happiest purchases I ever bought in my life. Happiest thing I ever bought in my life because it reminded me of my childhood in New York when I had to
yeah,
take the city bus. I
yeah.
love this thing.
I can see that.
I love
I
this
almost
thing.
want. I almost surprised you're not jumping out of your seat, running back and giving it a hug.
I can't because it's I'm attached to a wire.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I wouldn't let that stop me.
Yeah, but like, I wish I have a bigger version. Which the later they came out with a
Yeah,
bigger size version, but I'm not gonna pay 550 for that. I'm okay with this one right there, because I
yeah,
put a
yeah.
computer in it, use the monitor, and I could play whatever arcade game I want. I played 1942 the other day on this thing. It's awesome.
Wow, yeah.
If like the screen is so small, but then like if you think about it, was screen any bigger back in the 80s? No, they were not because the monitor is only can be so big, and it's this the arcade is already heavy because it's like real nice wood, and then you have a big old monitor in there. The CRT TVs that's heavy too. This thing, I could pick this up by myself. I moved this on the second floor by myself because I didn't want anybody thinking or scratching it. If anyone's gonna do that, I would have let it be me. You know, like something that you own, right? You don't want to scratch. Like if it's
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
be me, it's gonna be me.
yeah.
Yeah, I love the Street Fighter 2 arcade. Like, I'm afraid, like, if I move, right, I feel like I need to shrink wrap this myself.
But you better put a lot of bubble wrap on it.
Yeah, and then shrink wrap the whole thing. I probably put a whole bunch of stuff inside, like a soft foam, so that way the stuff inside doesn't get moved. I have a computer in there. I don't want to take it out. But then I have
Yeah.
those sticky pad things that you could put on the car where it won't slide. I did that for the inside of this thing, like and Velcro.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So let me ask you before we close, if there's one arcade cabinet, because I talk about this, right, that you would get,
Oh,
which one would it be?
oh, that's so hard, dude. That is so
But
hard.
then for me, it's Street Fighter 2. Dude, if
The
you,
Street Fighter
I
2
would
for
still
you.
love the X-Men arcade game. Doesn't matter, 4 player, 6 player. I would love. You know why? Because I beat that at the comic book store in New York.
I would take the X-Men.
But then there's also Simpsons, Turtles. I would still like a Turtles arcade game.
No, no, I'm not. I like it would either be, and there's so many I would like, but I mean, well, I almost want to say Dig Dug, but I'd get tired of it. I could play if I had the X-Men one. I could sit there and I would play that because man, if I ever went to arcade and they had the X-Men one, what was
Oh,
rare, man, I was lucky if I ever got to see one. I think there was one at like a Gaddy's Pizza or something.
yeah. So the
But
same thing.
yeah, I mean that was a fun one. I can't think of any arcade cabinets. I like to play everything, but I remember X-Men would be one of the ones I always
Dude,
always would like to always go
the
play.
the first time I saw the X-Men arcade game at the comic book store in New
Yeah,
York,
that's one I'd
I
always look forward to.
flipping love it. And I know the owner probably pick the good one, right? Like, cause it's the 6-player one with the big monitor.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
mean,
how
I'd
how
play the.
often do you see that?
I mean, I would play the Pac-Man and Dig Dug and all that. But if somebody goes, you can only have one cabinet. I'd probably go because a lot of other people come play on the game at the same time. You can. That's the nice thing. Say if you just have the other ones, people just have to stand there and watch you. You go, hey,
Yeah.
look at this. I want you to show you my Pac-Man cabinet, and then they either play and you watch or that. But if you go, hey, I got the X-Men,
Oh,
jump on, let's go.
dude, and the
And
X-Men
and
arcade
I mean, I'm
game.
not saying the turtle one was good too. Anyone with a lot of joysticks, the turtle one's good, but I'd
Yeah,
rather have the X-Men or
X-Men. Yeah,
they had the Avengers.
the Avengers one's
And the
good.
Avenger one was good too. And I think I played the X-Men was easier to find than the Avengers.
Oh yeah, you know what? No, you're right on that. It's easier to
It
find
seemed like
X-Men.
it was. It seemed
Dude,
like it was. I
next
played
time
the
you
X-Men
come back, we
more.
need to play X-Men at Free Play Denton. They had it.
Which, yeah, I
Yeah,
guess I may just have to come up there now.
yeah. Cause come on, X-Men has that most famous line of all. X-Men, welcome to die. Like what? That doesn't even make sense.
Because I mean, I played Mortal Kombat on those
On
machines.
arcade?
It's still not as good as X-Men. I think X-Men
No.
I could play a lot of over and over again, and plus other people play. It would be the cabinet worth getting.
Oh yes, definitely. X-Men is a cabinet work getting.
But if I have to pay for it, I'm probably gonna just go get Pac-Man because it's probably $800.
Well, arcade one up did make the X-Men one.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah.
But
X-Men. I forgot what game.
I thought we were talking about real
Oh, Will
true
one too. I
cabinet.
would too. Yeah.
Also it would be one of them driving games. One of the driving games with the seat, the steering wheel. It
Ooh,
wouldn't matter to me which one it was.
I forgot
That
which
would be
one
fun
arcade.
too.
I think it was Rich Racer they made. I can't remember.
I want the one that's enclosed though, because a lot of those we'd go up, they'd have four screens stuck together, which is cool. I guess if I could have the four screens stuck together,
Oh,
four
that would be
seats,
cool. Yeah.
that would be good too.
The
But
first time I played a
wouldn't
full.
have room for that.
What was my first time playing a racing game like that? Was Daytona USA for 4 players.
Yeah, I remember Daytona
2 or 4
USA. But
players.
me and you played though. We played a Sega. Remember, we played a Sega one. What was that one?
The Rally Championship.
Was that what it was? Yeah, it was Sega. I know it was a Sega game. We
That
played
was a
that
good
one
one.
against each
Yeah.
other. That was. And there's been several. Actually, now that you say that, there was one I used to drive all the way to Dave and Buster's in Grapevine just to play. It was the Initial D.
Initial D.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
wait on my days off. I mean, I did it like 3 times in a row. Wait till I
Wow.
get on my day off. Wait that morning, jump in my car, take me some money, go up there to
Is it the one
Grapevine,
that
and
you and Cody played?
yeah,
The one that
yeah,
moves, right? Yeah.
the one you had set in the cockpit, and it also had a gimbal system, so it would
Yeah,
move
the gimbal
forward and
system.
all that. That was the best. That is still the best arcade I ever played.
Because it's so realistic feel.
Oh yeah, because the screen was bigger. Because I played the regular Initial D because when we went to Branson,
Oh yeah.
they had the regular, and it
Yeah.
was okay, but the graphics weren't near as good. And then, of course, the thing don't move. It was enclosed in a little
Yeah.
box. But this one had a nicer seat. And I mean, of course, when it's leaning, when you're going around those corners, it's the whole car is leaning, and you're pushing against there trying to keep yourself in the seat right.
That is so cool.
It would need seatbelt. I would put seatbelts in it.
Oh
For it to
yeah.
play better.
Probably the 5 point and the
Yeah.
yeah, the 5 points so that way you
Well,
don't
I
bruise
wouldn't even
your
need a
leg.
5 point. Just a regular, just one, even like my regular car seatbelt. I'd put it in there and just go.
Oh man,
And I
that
love
would be
that game.
cool. Yeah.
I did pretty good.
That was the only
And of
game I
course,
didn't play, and then you and Cody played.
yeah,
And Cody's like, dude, you
I'd
need to
always
try
go up
this.
there, and I'd try to get there early in the morning. That way, as soon as they open, that way you'd have time to play. Because otherwise, you'd have to wait on
Yeah, it's your
people.
way, yeah.
But the funny thing, as fun as that game was, there wasn't a line of people waiting. A lot of times I went up there was nobody playing. So
Yeah.
I stayed on it for a while, and I was like, "Oh, this is like vacation." I mean, I didn't stay in there and play for hours and hours. I'd go up there and do a few races on it, and then
Just
look
go.
around the mall, maybe come back, play a more race or so, and then go home.
That's true.
And I
Yeah.
got better. I mean, I wish I would have went. I didn't go every weekend or anything, but
Probably can't find that anywhere now.
I've never seen it anywhere else.
Yeah. The gimbal
It's
and this
it's
OD.
probably not even there anymore. Yeah, that was one of the greatest arcades. Now that you say that.
Yeah, it is. But then, like, going back to this movie, right? I still play Pac-Man because I had that little arcade game. Too bad I
Yeah,
don't. I wish I had the Gattaca one because I want that game too. But that, I think it's like 6 games with that little mini arcade. But then it's funny because they don't have mini Miss Pac-Man, right? So they could create a Miss Pac-Man and put other games in that.
yeah. I remember when they first came out with those little bitty controllers. That was Miss Pac-Man. And that was
Oh
way back in the
yeah.
80s or 90s when they came out with the because they've been doing the little game scissors for a while, but I think Miss Pac-Man was when they came out was one of the first little arcades.
Ah, Miss Pac-Man. Oh well. Well, that's enough for us today on this topic. We'll see you back on the next one. Thanks, guys.
So we won't really see.
Thank you for tuning in for this episode of Tensai Reviews. If you like what you heard, give us a thumbs up. Follow us on Spotify and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you on the next one.